GoPro didn't recognize it. So I'm using it's kind of like a shotgun mic plugged in. I'm not sure how it's going to work. It's fairly close to my face. You're probably going to hear quite a bit of wind. Yesterday I was on this side of the hill and some asshole put fishing line across the trail on me, and I hit that thing and it snapped like crazy, and I don't know if they put nails down, tacks or something, I don't know, but anyway, blew my fucking front tire out. So I put a patch on my tire. I had 2 rips on it. It was kind of like a pitch flat, but it was on the side of my tube. So I don't know if it was just a coincidence that happened, or there was something there that they had and I hit it. But a pitch flat usually isn't on the side of the tube. But anyway, that was down on the other side on this trail here. You ride out a trail and you don't see stuff, and you see it the second time. I've been doing that lately. But anyway, this is a month-old Yamaha Yz450Fx. Bought it brand new. When I bought it, I ordered roughly $1,700 worth of aftermarket stuff. So, it's completely modified. Redid the mapping, ECU mapping. I tamed it down because I put that pipe on there. She woke up like crazy and it just, yeah, it was insane. So I tamed it down. But anyway, we're gonna hit another trail here. We'll be back momentarily. Alrighty, well, this is my second part of my trail system. Right now I'm using like a shotgun mic plugged into my GoPro. I have it mounted underneath my visor, so I'm not sure how problem when I did that my chain just so touched my case, the way the case is designed, so I couldn't do that. So with the stock front sprocket on, the stock gearing is 1350. So I ordered a rear sprocket, which is a 52. So it dropped the gearing, or raised, yeah, dropped the gearing, raised 2 teeth in the back. And I'll tell you what, it made a hang of a difference. Now I got real low speed, chuggly. I don't get flame outs. I shouldn't say at all, but it's not as much. I don't have to clutch the bike so much when I get in some of these rocks, which is really nice. And I put on cyclone handguards, the Scott stabilizer. Man, if y'all ever rode Endro and never rode with the stabilizer, these things are the golden nugget. Basically what they do, if you hit something real sharp, real nasty, like that rock, it could actually rip your handlebars out of your hands if you catch it in the right spot. Well, the stabilizer, it actually like half locks your steering, so you have control. The handlebars don't get ripped out of your hand. And you get full adjustability of it. You have your sweep controls on both sides. This is my low speed dampening, and this is your high speed, which is a cover on there. You have to use a screwdriver. It takes a little bit to get modified, you know, get it the way you like it. But the low speed is mainly the only thing you really adjust while you're riding. You do that on the fly. If it wasn't for the stabilizer, I would have wrecked the bike right there. But yeah, I put out cyclone handguards, and I cut my handlebars down. I took off an inch on both sides. So that also gives you less head shake, you have more control of the bike. That is a big thing, especially if you're Endro riding, smacking trees. You guys ever get sick of smacking trees constantly or doing single track? This will help you. It'll help you prevent from busting levers if you don't have hand guards. It'll save all kinds of issues that you could have. And I put on a IMS 3-gallon oversized gas tank. So this 450 is quite thirsty in a range of a stock 2-gallon tank. So, but then I put on a custom number plate with my racing number and my name. Guys, a little view of it then. This bike is a blast to ride. I had a Yz450 race bike and I had a WR450, but this FX is like, this thing is built for the type of riding I'm doing, hair scrambles and stuff, GNCCs, there we go. Which I have never done one of them yet, and I would like to, talking to a buddy. We're actually doing an Endro ride. We just kind of do our own thing, play around, you know, jump over stuff. Well, it was really a jump, more of a hop. most of it. So hit me up. And switch some infos. And we can go ride. Pretty much riding right here where I'm at. Usually go up to Trevorton, PA, upwards that way. Big coal hills, big mines, hundreds of thousands of wooded acres. Get lost in the blink of an eye. See that GPS unit? Use it. People that do Endros run two-stroke, either 250, and the most common is that 300 XCW, whatever. I don't freaking know. It's a KTM bike. When I bought this bike, it's like I said, Yamaha. They sold KTM. They're like, oh yeah, you like KTM. I'm like, God, no, thank you. This bike MSRP was 10 grand. 450 was just over 12 grand. Who in the right mind is going to spend 12 grand on a dirt bike? Now, granted, I did some wheeling and dealing with them. Got the price dropped down a little bit. Of course, you can always play with the price when it comes to MSRP. But I got this bike completely set up. Complete all mods and everything. Price out the door. And I'm under 12 grand. So, why not do that? Plus KTM is just overpriced, sorry. Nice bikes. Definitely are, but I like my Yamahas. Did a lot of research. I don't know. I rode Honda for years. That's what I grew up on. I had a lot of different kinds. CCs, two-strokers, four-strokers. This is my grandpop's land right here. That's his mom uncle now. My grandpa passed away. Man, I'll tell you what. Good old hunting stories that we did. Woo! That squirrel hunt with Pop, man, that was nuts. My grandfather was a dead-eye. Luckily for him and my dad, I picked up that lucky strike or whatever you want to call it. My life is hunting, mainly archery. I like to try to self-film all my hunts and stuff using actually 4 cameras. So it's a little tricky and frustrating. I try not to shoot anything that isn't in frame, which is you try to do that and shoot something while you're trying to film is not freaking easy. I'll tell you that right now. But also I do a little gun hunting, groundhogs, and I like to reach out and touch them. I like to do the long range thing, 1,000 yards plus. Got a few hits over 1,100. I'm gonna try and start videotaping that too. People are like, oh, you can't do that. You can't hit that far. You can't. That was kind of the whole reason why I got into the GoPro. And then I bought another GoPro. And then I was like, these things are awesome for hunting. And I was like, man, I really want to get good video though, like super crisp video. So I went out and bought a $5,000 professional video camera. bought another $5,000 professional DSLR camera. So now I have a really cool camera for that. Anyway, enough about that. I got them just to prove people wrong. Some people get mad at me for that. They don't like being called out or anything. But you know what? I don't care. I talk a game, but you know what? I got video to prove it. But yeah, anyway. Any y'all from Lancaster, PA, or anywhere from Pennsylvania? You wanna hook up and ride? Give me a holler. Alright, I enjoy a single track more than anything. I don't like going down high speed crap. No fun. Anyway, that's pretty much everything I can ride here. We're gonna take one little stroll back the way we drop down over the hill. So I do some testing for camera angles. I think I figured it out yesterday. But when I checked the audio, this number one thing. This little shotgun mic that I got for it plugged right into it. The GoPro, I use it for hunting. Never had an issue with it. So we're just making sure, verify that stuff. First gear. Not much of a nasty hill climb or nothing, but it's a little tricky at the bottom. Just where the rocks are. Kind of just roll away from you. You think of after riding it for a while, it would, you just push them to the side, but just dig up more rock. My tire ain't going flat. Handlebars don't feel heavy. Bike felt really freaking loose. Whoop. I got whiskey throttle. Ah, that's good. Ah, shit. See that? See if I can shut my bike off. Oh, where in the hell that happened? For whatever reason, I can't find neutral. Alright, we're gonna stall it. Well, this sucks. Alright, I'll give you a little tour of this FX. Alright, we're still in gear. Stay, baby. Alright, there she is. Yeah, you can see all my upgrades. Good old Cowboy on there. Everyone knows me as Cowboy because I wear a cowboy hat all the time. Pretty sharp. Really proud of how it all came out. It looks pretty good. The graphics on the tank ain't the greatest, that's for sure. But what I was trying to build off of Rocky Mountain, they did a 450Fx spike build, and the guy had a custom graphics kit for his IMS tank and covered the whole tank, and for whatever reason they don't offer that to the consumer, so it was strictly custom. But I'll find somewhere I can get I'll get one made up. But for now, that's just aftermarket one for regular radiator shrouds. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that little trip there I did. It's I think like 2-mile trip. But well, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe and continue for the following videos.